And good evening. Welcome out here to Worth County, home of the Worth County Football Jamboree 2025. I'm Jared Rolvis along with Brent Williams doing color commentary and camera work again. We talked about it on the ride here. Year number 5 already here for Brent Williams. Year number 8 for us here on Albany TV and myself, Jared Rolvis, here at the helm of the play-by-play. Welcome again out to another season of Albany TV. It looks to be another great one. And tonight we will have the football jamboree. The first teams out will be Albany versus Worth County, Stanberry versus King City. And it looks like Albany will be on offense first. Stanberry will be on offense first. All four teams will be on the field at once. The 40-yard line splits the middle. They will have the ball starting on the 30. Each team gets 12 offensive plays, and then they will switch. If there is a turnover or a touchdown, they bring it back to the 30-yard line and start the drive over again. So as we get set, we'll welcome you back out. Again, this won't be like our regular broadcast, won't be as many ads, and it'll be just kind of a learning curve for all of us here tonight, trying to get down names and numbers here with seniors graduating, kids moving away, new kids coming in, and, of course, the freshmen that will be coming into play for all four teams. And there's some big freshman classes and some good freshman classes coming in to these four schools. So as we get started, again, we will try and get as much of each teams going as we can. It's sometimes hard because they will be running plays at the same time. Let's go ahead and welcome in our color commentator for the year and evening. It's Brett Williams.
Yeah, you talk about the learning curve. Everyone's learning a little bit, including the coaches and the players themselves. Probably just a few position battles that every team's dealing with here. I'm sure they have an idea of how the roster's going to shake out, but there's no doubt definitely a few positions that each coach are looking at, just trying to see what players could separate themselves from the rest of the pack as we head into week 1 of another 8-man football season. Of course, like you said, Albany TV's been doing it 8 years. This is my 5th year. The time just flies by every single year. It just seems like it comes faster and faster. And here we go with the first play.
And taking the first snap here for Stanberry is going to be Drew Parman, the sophomore quarterback, as he'll take the snap here for Stanberry underneath center. Handoff is going to go to Max Hilton, trying to bounce it to the outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds. Over on the other side, it's Albany, and it's Jace Palmer under center. He's going to hand it off to Elliott Mercer. His name was called a lot last year, expected to be called a little bit more this year as he's pushed out of bounds. Both teams out of bounds right at about the 23, 22-yard line on their first carries, both to the outside. Stanberry bounced out to the left. Albany bounced it out to the right. Now for Stanberry, it looks like Drew Parman will take the snap in the shotgun. One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. And it's going to be another handoff and wrapped up and taken down in the backfield. I believe it was Brant Jansen that was taken down, and I believe there on the stop for King City was the big sophomore Zachary Hodge. Trying to throw at Palmer as he's taken down. The whistle will blow as he tries to get it away. There on the tackle that time and would have been sacked by Bo Collins.
Yeah, we saw some miscues on a lot of Albany snaps last year. That one, unfortunately for the new Albany Warrior quarterback, hit him right in the hands, just couldn't quite bring it in.
Parman rolling out, looking, and pass will fall incomplete. Looking that time for, again, the sophomore Brant Jansen. Jay Anthony again does the snapping here for the Warriors for his second straight season. In motion to the left here for Stanberry is going to be Ricardo Kampf. That's Carter Danner. That's a Kampf, one of the new foreign exchange students. Is Palmer going to take this all the way down to the 1-yard line before he's taken down there on the stop by Worth County. It was Jude Archer, the junior. In motion for Stanberry is Max Hilton. Handoff goes to Jansen. Little trickery as he spins. Actually, I take that back. It was Paxton Schieber that was on the carry, and he's taken down right near the 20-yard line. Would have been a 4th down there, so it goes back to the 30.
Yeah, if there's anything that this Stanberry team is really hoping for after a tough season last year, it'd be the continued development of Paxton Schieber. Of course, the Schieber name is a big one there in Stanberry, and they're hoping for another good one in Paxton.
Carter Danner motions out to Our motion's over to the right side of his quarterback, Palmer. Gets out of one tackle, dives for the end zone, gets in, and it's a touchdown for Albany. And it was Carter Danner, the sophomore, that gets the first score here for the Warriors. Again, Parman in the shotgun, looking to pass. Looking to the outside, little miscommunication there as Paxton Schieber broke to the inside and was a little too far in front of Aiden Graham, the tight end, and the pass will sail incomplete.
Well, thinking of Albany, that after that play where they really didn't get anything after the miscue on the snap, they did a nice job of driving down the field, got a big chunk play out of Jace Palmer on a play that's been a staple of the Albany Warriors the past several seasons now, the read option. And it looks like early here it's going to continue here in 2025.
Jared Owens is going to be the wideout here to the left here for the Warriors as this one going to be a handoff to Mercer. He finds a hole as he does. Takes this one up the middle, and he's going to take it in the end zone, but a penalty flag down to the 15 right around the area where Jared Owens was making a block, and I believe this one's going to be coming back for a hold. And during that play, Stanberry was able to advance it just shy of the 15-yard line down to the 16.
Yeah, I believe that play where that flag was a hold on Jared Owens. But credit to him for trying to hold the block. Those things happen here, especially before we even get to week one. That's just something he's got to clean up.
I formation here for Stanberry. Rolling out, looking for the end zone, and incomplete, but a penalty flag down. There, I believe, going to be called for the penalty flag is Landon Carlson, as it looked like he got a little too much of Stanberry jersey prior to the snap. False start called here against the Warriors. Elliott Mercer got moving a little bit, trying to get that block in front of Jace Palmer, and that'll move him back 5 yards. That was one of the things the Warriors did have some trouble with last year on their undefeated season. Lost in a district title game over in Albany on the last play of the game over in Albany. It was a great game. If you haven't heard it, you can't really watch it. You can watch a scoreboard. If you haven't heard it, you can check it out on the Albany TV YouTube channel now. It's where all of the past games are now. Drop snap there by Parman, falls forward for a couple of yards. Handoff will go to Carter Danner as he'll pick up about a yard or so before he's taken down.
Yeah, Carter Danner and Gavin Pickering both are going to probably be a tandem running back two here for the Warriors. Of course, Elliott Mercer will get the lion's share of the snaps, but they're going to need Carter Danner and Pickering both to kind of step up and take some roles. They, of course, were JV backs last year and looking to have a good year in an expanded role this year.
And if you're Carter Danner, you have to like that your name's been called here a couple of times here early. And you're going to have a false start called here against Stanberry, as it looked like it was Jake Holtzclaw at the fullback position. That kind of fell forward just before the snap, and it's a penalty flag. Palmer will take the snap, a running back to his right and behind him, looking to pass, and looking for the tight end there. William Fish couldn't bring in the pass as it falls incomplete. I believe it was Braden Combs, the senior, that was in coverage that time on Fish. And Stanberry's Jake Holtzclaw taken back as teams will switch to their JV teams, as, again, each team gets 12 offensive plays. They will run some JV time in there as well. How many plays that is, it's kind of up to each coach. Palmer fakes the handoff, throwing it out. Carter Danner trying to cut it back up, and he's taken down just shy of the 10-yard line down to the 12.
Well, I had some conversations with a few people in some camps that the Warriors were in, and Carter Danner was a name that came up as somebody who surprised a little bit of people, and he's kind of surprising in this Jamboree as well. Has a touchdown, has some good carries, and there with a nice grab as well. The Warriors would really like it if he took a big step forward.
Now JV teams will come out here for Worth County and Stanberry. Stanberry will take the snap here and look to be a little bit of a miscommunication there as the freshman Sam Simbro was hit in the backfield for a sack. There on the stop for King City, I believe, was the junior Colton Potter. Hear his name quite a bit on the hardwood for the Wildcats. Taking the snap here, Zayden Palmer, younger brother of the starting quarterback, Jace, as he hands it off to Gavin Pickering and about lost it as he crossed the original line of scrimmage, but able to keep a hold of it off the back of one of his linemen and picks up about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, timing, though, was a little bit off there on the handoff. Pickering kind of got there a little bit too quick. I think the handoff was just a little bit too slow there. Of course, it's going to be things that
Yes.
All teams are going to have to clean up.
So Simbro will take the snap underneath center. Looking to pass, finds his man. It's Jackson Baker, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds just shy of the 20-yard line, as getting the carry that time for the Warriors was Clayton Griffin, and he loses about a yard on the play as the lights now come on and immediately start to take effect here at Worth County. Beautiful night here for high school football, a lot better than it was last week, and hopefully next week it'll be just as good, if not even a little bit cooler.
Yeah, we got a few weeks of some warm weather before it's going to get cold.
So Sam Simbro again will take the snap underneath center here for Stanberry. Handoff up the middle to Quinn Jensen. And Pickering on the carry here for Albany. Gets across the 25 down to about the 24.
So we're seeing Pickering take a lot of the JV snaps here. I wouldn't be surprised if, as the season goes along, Danner really solidifies himself in that running back 2 role, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pickering gets a few carries here and there just to kind of take those snaps away from Danner and give a little bit of a break to the rest of the backs throughout the game.
Simbro again under center takes the snap. Again looking to pass. Here comes pressure. He's going to take off. And he's going to be taken down there on the stop by Gage Parsons, the sophomore for the Wildcats. Zayden Palmer will take the snap. He will look to pass. Sees pressure, looking for the end zone, and the pass will fall incomplete, looking that time for the freshman Landon Hawkins. And that will end the JV snaps and the offensive snaps here for the Warriors. King City and Stanberry will swap as well, so Albany gets 1 touchdown, Stanberry none in their offensive plays. It'll be Isaac King that'll take the snap here for King City and their JV reps on offense. And he does a little option play out to Gage Parsons, and he'll sneak his way through all the way down inside the 5, carries a couple defenders all the way down to the 1. For Worth County, looks like they're going to bring out their starters here for their first couple of plays. And it'll be Hayden Sanders that'll take the snap in the shotgun. It'll be a flip out to Braden Stevens, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage there on the stop for the Warriors was the junior Cutter Peterson.
Cutter Peterson's another guy who got some varsity playing time last year, another guy who the Warriors are really hoping that takes a step forward there on the offensive and defensive lines.
King will take the snap for King City. It's a high snap. Picked up, though, by Gage Parsons, and he's hit in the backfield. This time it's going to be a handoff here for Worth County. All the way down to the 10-yard line there on the carry was, I believe, Cole Ruby. It was the junior Cole Ruby there on the carry. He's a player that had some injuries last season for the Tigers. King looking to throw. Finds his man. Touchdown. Colton Potter with the reception. This time, Sanders keeps it and takes it into the end zone here for the Tigers. And Coach Fountain going to have a quick word with the starting defense.
Yeah, Warriors are hoping to, on this next drive, to have a little bit of a better showing on defense. 2 runs right up the middle, gets most of the yards right there. That's too easy and definitely something Coach Fountain's going to talk to him and try to clean up.
So Worth County, Albany tied here at 1 touchdown apiece. King City leads Stanberry 1 touchdown to none. Again, Albany, Stanberry cannot score any more touchdowns as their time on offense is done. Sanders will look to pass here for Worth County and overthrows his man, but it's going to be caught by Jude Archer, who is coming back for the ball and takes it inside the 25-yard line down to the 24. King City now brings out their starting offense along with the Stanberry starting defense. And taking the snaps here for King City is the sophomore Landon Carlson. He came in last year as a freshman and really showed great things for the Wildcats and looks to kind of expand on that. To his left is going to be the sophomore running back, Jax Jundy. Looking to pass across the middle, and he finds his man, Ryder Sample, and he's taken down inside the 10, down to the 7, as Cole Ruby on the other side takes it down to the 15-yard line. A gain of about 8 on the play for Worth County. So both King City and Worth County driving here against Albany and Stanberry's defenses. 2 receivers to the right here for Worth County. 2 receivers to the right for King City. Another pass, and it's going to be a screen pass, and tiptoeing his way around the out-of-bounds line, but they're going to say he steps out, is Ryder Sample. Sanders going to keep this one, runs up the middle, and he was wrapped up there. It was Shea Miller that wrapped up his feet, loses his helmet in the process. And down at the 11-yard line there is Hayden Sanders. As King City down to the 1.
Miller's going to have to step off for a play as his helmet popped off.
So again, King City looking to pass on the 1-yard line. Nope, they'll hand it off to Jundy, who gets in. King City leads Stanberry 2 touchdowns to none. Sanders will take the snap in the shotgun. To his left is going to be Braden Stevens. Looking to pass across the middle, and it is going to be caught by Lucas Frisch. And the defensive back there for the Warriors, Jared Owens, was kind of waiting on the pass to get to him, and Frisch just kind of came in front of him and took it away. And now Worth County leads Albany 2 touchdowns to 1.
Yeah, you could see Fountain talking to him a little bit after the play there.
Carlson looking to pass deep down the field and just over the hands of the junior, Caden Wainscott.
It's just something that with more snaps will come to you, just anticipating the throw, trying to not react, but try and force the issue, because when you're reacting, you're on your heels. That's when bad things happen.
King City definitely not taking much time getting out of the huddle. We'll go to their play again here. As Carlson on the option, flips it out here to Lucas Boone as he'll take it down inside the 20. Now it's the freshman, Healy, that throws it up, and it's caught down at the 5-yard line for Worth County. And making the catch was Wyatt Skadden, the freshman tight end. And that's going to be a duo maybe to watch out for as they take it down to the 3. As we saw from Brock Healy on that last pass, his dad earlier this summer was inducted into the Missouri 8-Man Hall of Fame as a quarterback and as a coach. And this time he'll run the option. Again, it's going to be Skadden as he'll hurry it up into the end zone for a touchdown as Worth County leads Albany 3 touchdowns to 1.
Yeah, Brock Healy is going to be a problem in many different sports over his 4-year high school career.
This one thrown out here to Colton Potter. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 10-yard line, down at the 12 off the pass that time from Landon Carlson. I said Worth County, they've got some things to decide on. Hayden Sanders is a good junior quarterback. They've got a pretty good freshman right there behind him as well.
Yeah, they're not afraid to let him throw, too. I mean, First play of the game, they took a shot deep to the end zone, and it worked.
To a freshman at that. As Healy and Skadden both stay in. Skadden here wide out to the left. He's going to move in motion. And there's going to be a penalty flag. False start called here against Worth County. Skadden kind of turned it up before the ball was snapped. You can't do that. You can run across, but you can't start turning upfield. as King City gets another touchdown, but a penalty flag down in the end zone. Making the catch for King City was Tucker Mollis, the senior.
Yeah, that was a nice catch by Mollis, too. Defensive pass interference and still caught it around the body of the defender.
So King City leads Stanberry 3 touchdowns to 1. This one, it's Jordan Danner, the freshman, that picks up a couple of yards off the option play from Healy. Again, hearing some freshmen here for Worth County that are getting some of the varsity reps here. Or maybe this is the JV reps, I believe, here for Worth County. That's good whenever you got a JV squad that looks like it could be a varsity squad.
Yeah, they're doing really good, really well right now.
To the left of the quarterback, Healy, is the freshman Benton Roberts. Healy again looking deep down the field, and it's caught. The junior Caleb New just inside the 5-yard line as he got over the head, that time of the defensive back, the freshman Zayden Palmer.
Yeah, it's just inexperience. Let the receiver get behind him. Palmer did, and that's something again that will just come with more snaps.
So King City defeats Stanberry. Worth County defeats Albany in their first matchups here of the night. We'll be back in just a moment with the next matchups here on Albany TV. And welcome back out again here to Worth County as we get set for our second matchups of the night. It'll be Worth County, Stanberry, King City, and Albany. That will be the next matchups. Also, don't forget, tomorrow it's softball jamboree day around Northwest Missouri, and the Bulldogs of Stanberry will be hosting a softball jamboree. It'll feature the Albany Warriors along with the Stewartsville Osborne Wildcards, and the DeKalb Tigers. DeKalb, of course, will be the team that the Albany Warriors will face next Friday in their opening game of the football season. As again, the GRC West and the 275 Conference continue with their partnership. Worth County will be at home against Rockport. Stanberry will be at home against South Holt. And King City, they will be at home as well against Stewartsville Osborne.
Great play there by Shea Miller right out of the gate, snuffing out that little bubble screen right away and batting it down. Shea Miller, another guy that was great for the Warriors last year, hoping for another similar season this year.
2 receivers to the right. Again, Carlson looking to pass, finds his man. It's going to be Ryder Sample, and he is taken down just past the 20-yard line down to the 18 there on the stop for the Warriors, were Jace Palmer and Clayton Griffin. Sanders will take this one as he'll keep it himself on the read option, and he's going to be wrapped up, and whistle will blow him down at about the 24-yard line. He was still continuing to pick up yards, but they'll mark him down at the 24 or 25-yard line. As King City, another big play.
Yeah, of course, we have a quick whistle tonight, not trying to get anybody hurt.
So again, we try and give you as much about what's going on both sides of the field as possible. But again, it's hard when they both take snaps at the same time. Carlson here for the Wildcats will take the snap. Looking, and incomplete, looking that time for Sample. And we're going to have a jump here by Worth County. It was Jude Archer that got started a little early here on the left side of the line. Push him back to the 30-yard line as both teams back at their own 30. Worth County will come back to the huddle here as Carlson will take the quarterback keeper. Gets a block on the outside. He'll take this one 30 yards for a touchdown as King City gets the first touchdown here in round number 2.
They got a good downfield block and took that one all the way to the house.
Sanders looking to pass here against Stanberry. Looking deep. It's Bo Collins going up and comes down with it.
Well, it was good pressure.
A little bit of a mixed match there as you have let's see, Bo Collins listed at 6'1" against the 5'8" Vincent Smithson. Also 130 pounds for Smithson. Bo Collins listed at 230.
Yeah, I mean, it was good pressure by the Bulldogs, but whenever you got Bo Collins out there, just throw it up to him, let him try and highball it, and whenever it's that big of a mismatch, he's going to come out of it more often than not.
Carlson looking to pass, rolling out, and pass will fall incomplete. Looking that time for Colton Potter, pass a little low as giving the pressure that time was Elliott Mercer. Handoff to Cole Ruby, bounces off a couple tackles, get into the end zone, touchdown Tigers. As Worth County takes a 1-touchdown-to-none lead here over Stanberry.
Yeah, every team's had a few plays there where the tackling's been subpar, and that's to be expected. Still very early in the season.
Carlson in the shotgun, hands this one off up the middle, and it's Lucas Boone. There on the stop was Jace Palmer, but he's going to get some ridicule in the film room later as Boone just kind of lowered his shoulder and knocked him right over as Palmer got the hold on for a tackle.
Yeah, you can get a tackle, but not all tackles are created equal, especially when you get run over and just kind of drag them down with you.
Again, Carlson will take the snap here for King City. Here comes pressure. Looking down the middle of the field, finds his man. And again, it's going to be a Ryder's Sample. And it was Jordan Danner that time. I take that back. It was Cole Ruby in the backfield. Take that back again. It was senior Braden Stevens. A little trouble reading the numbers out there tonight as he was taken down in the backfield immediately.
Well, going to the Warrior King City contest so far, a theme for the Warriors has been the pass defense, been a little suspect in this one.
Stevens flips this one out to Cole Ruby. Cuts it back inside. Has a lane to the outside. Gets tripped up just across the 15-yard line. Tripping him up there for Stanberry. As getting stopped that time was Gage Parsons. As I believe it was Will Fish or Cole Finley that were in on the stop that time for the Warriors. I believe it was maybe Max Hilton that came up with that stop on Ruby that just tripped him up enough. Stevens will take the snap underneath center here for Worth County. Fakes the handoff, rolling out, looking. Finds Jude Archer, has to go down to a knee to pick it up, and the whistle will blow as taking his way down into the end zone for King City is Colton Potter.
Yeah, a little bit of an inaccurate throw there, too. Had to twist his body and go up and get it, but still able to evade the tacklers and get into the end zone. This is the junior varsity defense in for the Warriors.
I believe that is 3 touchdowns to none there for King City. Worth County leads Stanberry 2 touchdowns to none.
Both teams on the right side of the field have their junior varsities in at the moment.
And it's a flip out to the right here to Braden Stevens, but a penalty flag flies down in the backfield. A hold against Worth County pushes back what would have been about a good 7-yard run. Looking to pass here is Gage Parsons to the end zone for King, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Another play where the Warriors get gashed deep over the field, and I think we know what one of the top priorities is going to be before week 1 against DeKalb.
It was Zayden Wood was the defender there that time for the Warriors. Again, just kind of got caught right in front of him. It's one of those, if you're the defensive back, you have to go in and try and make a play on the ball. Sanders will take the snap here in the shotgun with Cole Ruby to his left. Hand off to Ruby. There's nobody on the left side of the defense here for Stanberry, and Ruby can walk into the end zone. But a penalty flag again down at the line of scrimmage. And again goes against Worth County. And it pushes them back yet again. And I believe Worth County Stanberry will switch up their offense and defenses here with their JV squads. A flip out to the right. Barreling through a tackle here is Jax Jundy, and still on his feet as he takes it into the end zone for a King City touchdown as they lead 4-0.
Yeah, Jundy brought the physicality on that play, just not afraid of a little bit of contact and just out physical the Warrior defense there all the way to the end zone.
And I believe we'll switch now offense and defense here for King City and Albany. And it will be the JV squads that will stay out. So JV squads on both sides of the field here. Worth County with their JV squad in against Stanberry's JV. And Albany's JV offense against King City's JV offense. Healy will take the snap for Worth County. Has some time. Looking deep. Finds his man in stride. Touchdown. It's Caleb New, the junior.
A really nice throw from the freshman deep over the middle of the field. Hit New right in stride. And he could basically just waltz right into the end zone after the catch there.
3 touchdowns to none for Worth County over Stanberry. It's 4 touchdowns to none for King City over Albany here as they get ready to start to take their first offensive snaps here. Zayden Palmer will take the snap. On the option, will keep it himself, trying to bounce it to the outside, and gets taken down right about the 22, 23-yard line. So that was one of those option plays where the running back was already away from Palmer before he even had a chance to fake it. And this time the option turning on the Jets here for Worth County. And taking it in the end zone, I believe, is Wyatt Skadden. Listed as a tight end. He's had a couple of runs. He's had a couple of times where he's been out at wide receiver, and he's done a lot already as a freshman here in the JV minutes for Worth County. Zayden Palmer to take the snap in the shotgun. One receiver out to his left. Running back will motion over to his right. And that is Kendrick Katz at running back, and faking the handoff. Zayden Palmer will keep it. Trying to cut it back upfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 10-yard line there on the stop for King City. Was Tennyson Myers, the senior. High snap to Healy. And that will blow the play dead.
Yeah, Healy's not the tallest guy, but, man, even for a taller quarterback out there, that would have been pretty hard. He had to jump way up there and didn't even get a hand on it. Play's blown dead immediately.
Albany will come out of their huddle first. Zayden Palmer will take the snap for Albany. Faking the handoff, rolling out. Finds Kendrick Katz. And he is right near the goal line. Did he get in? They're going to mark him down at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, Palmer had to get rid of that one quick as the pressure was there. Luckily, Kendrick Katz was just going straight out after the play action.
Yep, run on a little out pattern and was right there for him. Handoff this time goes to Jordan Danner. Trying to get out of some tackles. Can't quite get out of him as he's down inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. Palmer will take the snap to with Katz to his left. And he is going to be taken down in the backfield. His Katz back to the 5-yard line, so the Albany JV does not get into the end zone as their varsity comes out.
I think we've seen it twice now. If they're stopped on the goal line, I think they might run one goal line play, and then they come back to midfield, because whenever you're at the goal line for 2-3 plays, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're doing, because they did that one time before as well where they didn't get in the end zone and still
with
came
them
back.
switching, they'll come back to the 30 as well.
Yeah.
And Stanberry will come out on offense now here against Worth County. As Jace Palmer kept it on the option and then lost it on a fumble.
Yeah,
and it's recovered here by King City, and recovering the fumble that time is Zachary Hodge.
Yeah, that play looked dead to rights from the start. The handoff wasn't really there, and Palmer had nowhere to go from the very beginning and then just kind of lost it.
Yeah, he kind of held it out on the outside and was there easily for somebody to knock it out, and they do. Trying to run a play here is Stanberry, as it was Sam Simbro, and he had nowhere to go immediately, and it's taken down for a loss of about 3 or 4 yards. Jace Palmer looking, finds his tight end, William Fish, down inside the 20, pushed out of bounds right near the 10-yard line, down at the 11.
It appears as though William Fish is going to be the starting tight end for the Warriors this season, and with how big of a threat Mercer's going to be and how much people are going to have to game plan around him, the middle of the field is going to be open on some play action and things like that. So he could potentially have like a sleeper type season where he doesn't put up big numbers, but every once in a while he can make a big play just like that where he's wide open over the middle of the field.
So are we drafting him in the 8th round or the 9th round?
He could be a value pick late in the round, in the late rounds.
We're going to come over here to Stanberry, Worth County, as Simbro going to take the snap here in the shotgun for the Bulldogs. Carter Danner was taken down after a 2-yard pickup for Albany, and this time the handoff for Stanberry is going to go to Pax Schieber, and he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage. Especially for the Bulldogs.
Especially if you don't want to spend a high-round pick on one of the more elite tight ends like Bo Collins or something. You could snag Will Fish. Maybe he could get you some points here and there.
Gotta love the fantasy football talk on 8-Man football.
That's right. That's right.
I know Devin Albertson and Anthony Crane. I know you're not watching live, but I know you will. Let's start a fantasy football league here in 8-Man football. How about that? So now we'll come over here to the Albany offense. It'll be Jace Palmer taking the snap. Carter Danner to his right. Faking the handoff to Danner. Palmer takes it into the end zone on the read option. Over on the right hand, or over here on the other side of the field, it was Keegan Schultz. That was pushed back to the 35-yard line before the whistle blew, and they'll come back to the 30-yard line where the Stanberry JV offense has yet to pick up more than about a yard so far here against this Worth County JV defense.
Well, you know that Warrior read option was good, not only because they scored a touchdown, but as the viewers will know, it faked out the cameraman as well.
You know it's good when you fake out the cameraman. Simbro underneath center takes the snap. A long flip out to the right. And being hit as he basically got it that time was Rylan Worley, the sophomore. Handoff that time went to Gavin Pickering. Maybe loses about a half a yard there on the play. So Worth County leading over Stanberry 3 touchdowns to none. King City leading over Albany here in this one, 4 touchdowns to 1. To the left of the quarterback, Palmer, will be Clayton Griffin. Behind him is Gavin Pickering, behind the quarterback, Palmer. Palmer, play action, looking for Griffin, and it's going to be intercepted in a heck of a play. That time by Ryder Sample.
Yeah,
Pass was a little behind Clayton Griffin.
Yeah, he's a playmaker on this King City Wildcat offense and defense, and was thinking about it coming over that, Worth County's pretty well at the top of the GRC, but King City very well could be right behind him at number 2 spot.
Looking to pass, finding his man for Stanberry is Drew Parman to Aiden Graham, as Graham takes this one down to the 15-yard line. Positive play there for the Bulldog offense. Palmer hands this one off to Pickering, and he'll pick up about a half a yard there on the play.
Especially because they return so much, and there's a lot of question marks on a lot of other teams in the GRC West. King City's returning quite a bit of production from last year's team.
Well, we mentioned it quite a bit last year with Kyle Emerson. He was the fastest man in 8-man football, and you could tell by his times at the state track meet. Ryder Sample is right there, too. I would say he's probably one of the top, if not the top, man now to take over Kyle Emerson's spot as the fastest man, at least in the GRC, if not 8-man football this year. Palmer again will take the snap. Clayton Griffin will move to the left of his quarterback, Palmer. Griffin will take the handoff, rushes up the middle, and he's going to be taken down at the 20-yard line. There on the stop was Carlson. Trying to get out of tackles here for Stanberry is Pax Schieber. Basically, he was getting thrown from one Worth County Tiger to another.
He never did go down, though.
He never did go down, though. That is correct.
In a regular game, he might break free for some extra yards there.
Instead, he's down back at the 19-yard line. So King City defeats Albany here in their second-round matchup, 4 touchdowns to 1. Stanberry is going to come back to the 30-yard line here on their next play as they trail Worth County here, 3 touchdowns to none. One receiver left, one receiver right. Parman going to be in the shotgun formation. In motion that time. And finding his man that was in motion, it's Pax Schieber, still on his feet as he's down just shy of the 20-yard line, down to the 21.
Schieber showing some shiftiness here in this jamboree. Looking like he's not a guy that goes down easy.
Stanberry, again, will have 1 or 2 more plays, I believe. And then our final matchups will be Albany, Stanberry, Worth County, King City. Worth County and King City will battle out for who's the winner of the Jamboree, whatever that means.
Do you get a banner for that?
I don't believe so. In motion again, here is going to be Schieber. Parman looking to pass, and it's going to be intercepted. And making the catch that time for Worth County is going to be Braden Stevens. So Stanberry again will set up back at the 30-yard line. Looking for their first offensive score here on the night. They were held touchdownless against King City, and so far here against Worth County. Parman underneath center. Handoff, and immediately hit as soon as he got the ball was Max Hilton.
Yeah,
and that defensive front for Worth County is not the sight you want to see as soon as you get the ball.
Yeah, they're gonna be a problem for any team they play, and they're showcasing in this jamboree why they're many people's preseason favorites to to make a deep run in the state playoffs, and especially win the conference.
I said the three that are out there are the three juniors, Ryder Smizer, Bo Collins, and Ethan Leininger. Parman again hands it off, and again, as soon as he gets the handoff, that time is Max Hilton. And that will do it as Worth County wins their second-round matchup 3-0. We'll be back with the third and final round here of this Worth County Football Jamboree when we come back in a moment. And welcome back out again here to to Worth County, as it's Worth County, King City that'll take over on the right side of the field with Worth County on offense, King City on defense here on the left side of the field. Stanberry on defense, Albany on offense. And Worth County will have the first play here as Hayden Sanders will take the snap. Three receivers to the left, one receiver to the right as Bo Collins of Sanders going to take this immediately to the left and going to be thrown out of bounds after picking up a couple of yards there on the play. And an injured Wildcat down on that far sideline, as it was the senior Cooper Mooney. And that's not something you want to see here at a Jamboree, and especially if you're a Wildcat fan or coach. Chase Palmer hands this one off to Gavin Pickering, still on his feet as he pushes forward, and he'll pick up about 2 or 3 yards there on the play. Looks like maybe they're just stretching out Mooney, so maybe just a cramp, which would be a good thing. Little trickery here as Sanders flipped it back to Ruby as the whistle blew. He's going to be taken down in the backfield. So lose a couple of plays as the whistle blew. He was still on his feet, but the King City defender let him go, which brings him back to the 30-yard line. One receiver left, one receiver to the right here for the Warriors. Handoff up the middle to Pickering. He's going to pick up about a yard out to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, a couple of handoffs here in a row to Gavin Pickering. And like I said, I really think that him and Danner both are going to get some good carries in the season.
Sanders looking deep. Bo Collins. He didn't have an opportunity to make the catch and turn upfield as he came down to a diving catch to stay in bounds at the 5-yard line. On a well-placed ball from Sanders to the junior tight end, Bo Collins.
Yeah, so far, Worth County's shown a lot of ability to take the ball deep down the field regardless of what unit's out there.
Sanders will flip this one out to Archer, and he will be just shy of the end zone. You know, we talked about the Missouri 8-man football people, and, you know, I guess it's kind of like Beetlejuice. Anthony Crane, we notice now, is down on the football field.
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
Jace Palmer taking this one up across the 15-yard line before he's thrown down. Trying to figure out exactly who made that tackle here for Stanberry. I believe it was Brant Jansen. So one receiver out wide to the right here is going to be Stevens for Worth County. Cole Ruby to the right of his quarterback. Ruby gets the handoff, trying to push it to the outside, and he is going to be thrown out of bounds at about the 23, 22-yard line. Warriors having a little trouble figuring out exactly who's supposed to set up where. Looks like they've got who they want where now as they have a receiver out to the right. Wing back is Pickering. Running back to the right of his quarterback is Danner as Palmer throws this one. It is caught just shy of the 10-yard line there on the catch was Jared Owens. And they'll bring it back to the 30-yard line. Handoff this time to Stevens down to the 20-yard line for Worth County. Worth County leads 1-0 over King City. Albany looking for their first score here against Stanberry. We'll show the play here for Worth County versus King City as Sanders will take the snap. Looking to pass deep. Here comes some pressure. And going up and pulling it down is going to be Lucas Frisch. As the run here up the middle by Danner is just shy of the 25-yard line down to the 26.
Yeah, and there it continues even against the team we expect to be one of the best GRC teams, King City. Worth County continues to show that they can throw the ball deep down the field. They are very athletic,
yes.
Vertical down the field.
It helps when you have size that can go down the field as well.
Yep.
Palmer will take the snap here with Pickering behind him this time. Pickering will get the handoff, bounces it to the outside, and he's going to be cut down just shy of the 20-yard line down to about the 22 as a penalty flag flies. As Sanders again looking deep down the field for Collins. Diving catch down inside the 5. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. Down to the 4.
Yeah, nice diving catch there by Bo Collins. And, I mean, we talk about the athleticism, and Collins is a big dude to be that athletic. It's just it's a mismatch for anybody.
And a bad side here for Warrior fans here as Shea Miller a little slow to get up here as he'll walk over to the sideline as the starting defense comes out, and Miller will take a moment to rest on the sideline after that last offensive play. JV squads for Worth County and King City will come out now. Healy will send his man in motion. It's going to be a flip out to Skadden. Gets the outside, and he's going to take this one to the house for another Worth County touchdown.
It was a short run for Stanberry, but pretty much no gain, maybe a gain of 1 on the left side of the field as that play was happening.
And right now, both teams are kind of in sync at the same time where they're going to be taking snaps at the exact same time unless there's a long huddle for one of them. As Stanberry breaks the huddle first, we'll see if they get the play off before Worth County does. Parman will take the snap from underneath center. Parman keeps this one himself on the option. And he's going to be pushed out of play that time by Zayden Palmer. As this one going to be pushed out of bounds that time is, again, Wyatt Skadden at the 25-yard line after a pickup of 5. One receiver left, one receiver right here for the Bulldogs. Parman in the shotgun. Man in motion, and a penalty flag flies as they hand it off. That time to Max Hilton. And this time the handoff for Worth County to Jordan Danner as he takes it down inside the 10-yard line down to the 9 or 8. 3 touchdowns to none here for Worth County. And I believe it's 0 touchdowns to 0 touchdowns here for Albany and Stanberry. Parman again will take the snap in the shotgun with Hilton to his left. Wide receiver left, wide receiver right. Schieber was in motion. Across the middle of the field, the pass is going to be a little too far out in front of him as it falls incomplete. Schieber's kind of running a slant pattern across the field, and the pass just a little too far ahead. As Healy will take the snap in the shotgun. With Danner to his right. High snap. Healy pulls it down, looking for the end zone. Intercepted. And there on the interception for Worth County is going to be Isaac King, the junior.
Yeah, there for the first time we saw Healy make a mistake here. He's been really, really good, especially as an incoming freshman. There just kind of floated that one up, an easy interception for the Wildcats.
A handoff, or an attempted handoff. That time to Pax Schieber is, again, he's met immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Schieber's had some good runs, but whenever you take the handoff and you're immediately met with 2 or 3 defenders, it's tough to make anything out of that.
Worth County was missing a man on defense as Worth County JV defense comes out along with the King City JV offense. And taking it off himself. That time was Drew Parman. A flip. Out that time to Gage Parsons is going to fall backwards for a loss of yards.
Yeah, King City's employed the option play quite a bit here in this Jamboree to a lot of success, but nothing doing there on that one.
Isaac King again will take the snap here in the shotgun. One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. Parsons to his right now moves over to his left. A defensive end comes in free, but Isaac King gets away, still on his feet, and goes down just shy of the 15. Pax Schieber on a screen play, taken down from behind by Elliott Mercer at the 10-yard line. Screen pass there by Parman. JV squads come out for both teams here again on the left side of the field. Parsons on the carry. Taken down right at the 15-yard line. Taking the snap here for Stanberry, Sam Simbro. And they're going to get the Warriors on an encroachment call. King keeps it himself, loses the football. Worth County will fall on it. And falling on it for the Tigers is the freshman Xander Bodel. Yes. As the varsity squads will come out for King City and Worth County.
Stanberry got Albany to jump off sides there, and that's one that will really get on a coach's nerves because it's just watching the ball, especially when you're on the line. You're just watching the ball, and it shouldn't happen that often, and you're hoping that it doesn't become a problem later in the season. If you're going to do it now and get it out of your system.
Handoff this time goes to Keegan Schultz. He's hitting the backfield, looking deep that time for Caden Wainscott. Was Landon Carlson and just a little too far out in front as it falls incomplete. Good coverage that time as well by the Tigers, as it was Braden Stevens there on the coverage.
Yeah, it was really good coverage, and Wainscott kind of went down there at the end, but it was not pass interference at all. Very clean play there, really good coverage.
One receiver to the left, one receiver to the right here for the Wildcats. Carlson will take the snap. Rolls out, sees some pressure, he's going to go down. That's a group sack there by the Worth County defense as Stanberry loses the football, and recovering it here for the Warriors is Dylan Anthony. Carlson again will come out, one receiver to the left, one receiver to the right. Jundy to his right. Looking to pass. Across the middle. And hit immediately as it hits his hands. That time is Wainscott as he drops it as he's hit from behind. That time by Jude Archer.
And that was a really nice play by Archer. Was really patient, waited for the ball to hit Wainscott in the hands, and then brought the heat on that hit right there and jarred the ball loose. Really nice patience there to wait for the ball to get there.
Simbro in the shotgun will take the snap. Looking across the middle, had two Bulldogs kind of cutting across each other's face, and the pass will fall incomplete. As Jundy taken down after a short pickup there for King City. So again, Carlson will take the snap here. Two receivers to the right. Running back to his right is going to be Lucas Boone. Boone will take the handoff up the middle. He is going to be wrapped up after a short yard pickup. There on the stop for Worth County was the senior Sawyer Thurman. Simbro on the snap. Keeps this one himself on the option. Bounces it to the outside. And he's down the sideline and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Stanberry, as they get their first touchdown of the night. And they lead the Warriors here 1-0. Over on the opposite side, Carlson goes down in the backfield. Carlson with two receivers to the right. Takes the snap. Screen pass is going to fall incomplete that time. Looking at time for Ryder Sample on the screen, but unable to pull it in as it falls incomplete.
Yeah, Carlson just yanked that one a little bit too much, and no way Sample was going to catch that one. Even if he did, he was going to go right down to the ground right away anyway.
Sam Simbro on the snap. Here comes pressure. Rolls out. Has some room and some blockers in front. And he's going to be thrown out of bounds, that time by Gavin Pickering at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah, really nice catch by Sample out there. Again, we were talking about him earlier, being one of the top playmakers in the conference, showcasing the speed right there.
Even gets a fist bump from the opposing coach, Coach John Adwell from Worth County. You know it's got to be a good play whenever he's even congratulating him, as that will end the night between Worth County and King City, and I believe they tie at 2 touchdowns apiece, correct?
I believe that's right.
Right now, Stanberry leads Albany 1 touchdown to none. As I believe we're down to the final plays here of this Jamboree. Simbro rolling out, looking, and pass is going to fall incomplete. Behind and low, intended for the receiver, Jackson Baker. And now the JV offense will come out here for the Warriors. They need a touchdown to tie here against Stanberry. Remember, next week all 4 of these teams are at home, because week 2 all of them will be on the road. Just the way it goes with the 275 GRC West little co-op that they have. Again, King City will be at home against Stewartsville Osborne, then on the road at DeKalb. Then they'll start conference play against Albany at home on the 12th, home against Stanberry on the 19th, home against Princeton on the 26th. They'll be on the road at Pattonsburg and at North Andrew, home against St. Joseph Christian. Their final game of the season will be on the road at Worth County. For Worth County next week, they'll be at home against Rockport, followed by on the road at South Holt, then on the road at Princeton, on the road at North Andrew, on the road at Albany. They'll be back at home, back on the 3rd of October against St. Joseph Christian, as Gavin Pickering will take this and ties it up at 1 score apiece here between Stanberry and Albany.
Does not get any easier than that. I don't think Pickering was touched by anybody all the way to the end zone.
And then again for Worth County, they'll be at home against Stanberry on the 10th of October, on the road against Pattonsburg, and then again we'll host the final game of the season against King City. And for Stanberry, next week, again, they will be at home against South Holt, then on the road at Platte Valley. They'll be at home against St. Joseph Christian on the 12th of September. At King City on the 19th, home against Pattonsburg on the 26th. They'll be on the road on the 3rd at Princeton, the 10th at Worth County, home against Albany on the 17th, and then on the road at North Andrew to end the season on the 24th of October. For Albany, they'll be at home next week against DeKalb. They'll be on the road on the 5th against Nottoway Valley. That game will be played in Burlington Junction. On the 12th, the Warriors will start conference play on the road at King City. They'll be at home against St. Joseph Christian on the 19th, home against Worth County on the 26th. On the 3rd of October, the Warriors again go back on the road in conference play against North Andrew. Another handoff. This time Clayton Griffin slips as he's taken down just inside the 25 of the 24. Warriors will be back at home on the 10th of October for homecoming against Princeton on the road at Stanberry on the 17th. And then they'll end the season the 24th for senior night against Pattonsburg. So, again, those are the schedules for these 4 teams here for the season. Again, going up until district playoffs will start that very last Friday, or the very last Friday of October, the very first Friday of November, depending how that works.
Yeah, that last Friday in October just happens to be Halloween night too.
Ooh,
so
I forgot. So it will be the final Friday in October.
I wouldn't want to be a higher seed playing in the tournament that night.
Well, usually the higher seeds tend to have a bye.
Well, you're right. You're right.
And again,
a higher seeded team.
Yes. And district seedings will come out next week Friday, as Zayden Palmer will keep this one. He's got a lane to the end zone. He'll take it in as the Warriors lead now 2 touchdowns to 1. So Albany will come away with the win here at the Jamboree.
I just wouldn't want to be the higher seeded team at all, because
I get what you're saying now.
Yes. Weird stuff happens on
Yes.
Friday night or Halloween night football games.
So again, Worth County and King City tie at 2 wins apiece, no losses and 1 tie. Albany in 3rd with 1 win, 2 losses. Stanberry will finish fourth in the Jamboree. No wins, 3 losses. And again, Zayden Palmer will take the snap and the shotgun out wide to the right for the Warriors. It's going to be Landon Hawkins. It'll be Clayton Griffin behind Zayden Palmer. To his right is going to be Kendrick Katz. Dylan Anthony is the snapper here on this JV squad. Zayden Palmer looking to pass for Hawkins, looking deep. And pass going to fall incomplete. Good coverage that time by the Bulldogs. And I believe it was Max Hilton. It's either Max Hilton or Sam Simbro there on that coverage there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah,
the white jerseys with yellow numbers are very hard for me to see from up here.
Yeah, they've taken 2 deep shots down the field now to Hawkins. Haven't been able to connect with him just yet. Hawkins was a kid who did not play football in middle school, but they got him to come out freshman year. He's a good athlete, but again, didn't play football in middle school, so we'll see what he can do. Most likely going to be a JV kid.
At least to start.
Yeah, at least to start.
Zayden Palmer will take the snap. Fakes the handoff. Rolling out to the right under pressure. Gets rid of it. It was caught, but the play was called dead. Making the catch for the Warriors was the tight end Grayson Miller.
Yeah, that tight end spot for the Warriors. It's probably Will Fish's job to gain, but he wasn't really a tight end last year. Definitely not in varsity. I'm sure he got some JV reps, but that was, of course, a spot that Zane Rippey did such a good job in last year too. So that production is going to have to go somewhere. We expect Elliot Mercer to take a much larger load, but you're not going to be able to just exclusively hand it off to him the whole time.
That might be Coach Doug Fountain's best thing. Every year there's a new tight end, and it seems to always do well. Sawyer Cross was one of those. He was a 1-year tight end. I said then you had Zane Rippey as that one deep down the sideline intended for the foreign exchange student Ricardo Kampf. It falls incomplete. That will do it as the Warriors will win this matchup 2-1. So again, that will do it for our coverage tonight here of Jamboree night here in Worth County. Again, Worth County and King City tie, 2 wins, no losses, 1 tie. Albany finishes third, 1 win, 2 losses, no tie. Stanberry in fourth, no wins, 3 losses, no ties. For myself, Jared Rolvis, color analyst, and cameraman Brett Williams, we will see you next week for the opening night of high school football in Missouri 8-man here in the state of Missouri. It will be the Albany Warriors at home taking on the DeKalb Tigers. Again, if you have a chance tomorrow, go out and visit the Stanberry Bulldogs softball jamboree. Stanberry, Albany, DeKalb, and Stewartsville Osborne will be out there. That will start at 9 o'clock. We will be there. We, however, will not be broadcasting from the jamboree. So again, so long and good night tonight here from Grant City.